Hey, alright, Kimbo White here. Everybody, I look like I got my ass kicked, but unless a B counts, I got my ass kicked by a bee. It stung me right in my fucking eye today. So I just want to let everybody know I didn't get punched, because that's what it looks like. I'm going to start at the bottom of this card. Chico Camus coming out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Woo! Versus Dustin Peg. Who I'm not impressed with to begin with. Chico trained with Rufus Sport. Dustin Pay at Discipline MMA at Tap Out Ranch. And Chico's two last fights are on YouTube. And, well, I saw that he has halfway decent kickboxing and good takedowns. And halfway decent grappling. Uh, I don't know. Obviously, I think they've probably been getting him ready for this fight. And I'm going to take him over Dustin Pay. Pay's got probably Chico's UFC debut. So Pay's only had a fight or two in the UFC. Uh, let's see here. I can tell you real fast exactly who. Um, he's had three. He got knocked out by John Albert. He subbed Jared Papazian, and then went to a split decision with Ken Stone. So, yeah, he came off the TUF. If you don't know who he is. Anyways, not to talk about that. Iji Mitsuoka, I picked him to win in his last fight. He got knocked out by uh, Fireball Kid. I thought he could get Fireball Kid off his feet and keep him where he wanted him because he's really good at that. I almost thought about picking him over Nick Lentz, but I'm not going to. I'm taking Nick Lentz with American Wrestling and some ground and pound, and I hope he can come through with a win. Um, for the Americans there in the American versus Japan match. Uh, Next fight, I guess I'll take Eric Perez over Ken Stone. Uh, you want to match them both up on paper. It's difficult to say. I'll take Michael Kuiper by sub over Jared Hammond. Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of threw that one around a little bit, but I give Hammond a lot of credit that he probably doesn't deserve right about now. And I think I picked him in his last fight and he lost. Let me see here. Go back. Okay, yeah. I thought he could handle Philippou and he got Philippoo-pooed on. Uh, he did beat CB Dalloway. He does do good with grapplers. That's why I did think about maybe him over Kuiper. But it can be interesting. I'm kind of interested to watch that fight, to be honest with you. Uh, Dennis Bermudez over Tommy Hayden. Justin Lawrence over Max Holloway. I you know I would like to pick Buddy Roberts over Yushin Okami, but I just can't. I think Buddy Roberts. I was gonna pick him over Sean Leffler 2 events ago. Um, I believe I picked him in the last event. Let's see here. Subbed or went decision with Kyle Magalhaes. Yeah, I can't remember who I picked in that, but anyways. Buddy Roberts coming out of Jackson MMA. He's like 12. Let's see here. His record is 12-2, and he looks like a real strong up and coming prospect. Um, he's got some fights on YouTube. You can go watch. If he beats Yushin Okami, honestly, it's going to put him on the map for like a huge fight because this is by far the biggest fighter of his career against a huge name. Okami's a big name guy anyway. Uh, so if he beats Okami, it's going to put him on the map. It'll probably be like, it'll shoot him up in the top five of the division. Uh, so that's a very important fight for both guys. If Okami loses to Buddy Roberts, he's going to drop about 5 spots in the division. So I'm not sure where either one is ranked, but maybe you guys can fill me in on that. Uh, Jake Shields. I gotta take Jake Shields over Ed Herman. Both black belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Just Jake Shields has much better day and night difference training partners, and uh, I could go into 50 different reasons why I think he'll beat Ed Herman. The only reason that I honestly thought about picking Ed Herman in that fight was because Ed Herman has shown some heart in his last few fights and has looked more impressive than what Shields has in his. But I still think Shields can pull it out over Ed Herman, uh, most likely. Uh, I'll take Donald Cerrone over Melvin Gillard. That fight could go everywhere. It could end in 2 seconds or go to a decision. Uh, but I think it'll be an entertaining fight to watch no matter what happens. And I am going to go with the Cowboy Cerrone in that one. And then in the main event, um, I gotta take Ben Henderson to retain his title, and we'll see what happens. But I can't go with Frankie Edgar in that rematch. Uh, I think he's delusional, thinking that he won the last fight or whatever in the countdown show, Road to the Octagon, whatever you call it. Uh, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Um, they talk. All they talk about is how Ben Henderson landed the big up kick in the second round and they changed the fight. Yeah, Ben Henderson dominated the fight after that. Yeah, Edgar was doing good in round one, part of round two. But the up kick was spot on. I mean, it was legal. It was delivered well. Uh, it was well. Um, it was good technique. It was, and it did change the fight. And from there on out, it did put Frankie Edgar in a situation where Ben Henderson was able to fight his fight and just dominate that fight. And for the rest of the fight, Edgar could not do a whole lot. Uh, and Ben Henderson is extremely athletically gifted and has done nothing but get better. Better and better. Every time you see the guy fight, he's a little better. And that's the honest truth. So I think he'll retain that belt. And I think they're going to be looking for a guy that can beat Ben Henderson right now. Uh, not saying that, you know, Frankie might win this. Now, I think if Frankie does, if he does one or two things. He clips Ben with a big punch, hurts him, and ends it with a TKO with a, drops him and jumps on him and gets referee stoppage. Uh, Two, he knocks him out, which I have to look and see. I don't think he's ever been knocked out. No, he's never been knocked out. He's got 2 losses. He's been subbed once and one went to a decision. And let's see. He hasn't lost since 2010 to Anthony Pettis. With the big uh, kick that didn't knock him out. Would have let a lot of people out. Went to a decision, yeah, okay. And then all the way back in 2007, he got subbed. So that really doesn't even count. So, yeah, Ben Henderson's looking like top-notch, top-level champion right now. And a guy that I think will probably retain the belt at least this time. And we're going to see. He's a big guy for this division. So, it's hard to say who they'll have him fight next. But it's been the last word with Kimbo White. Let me know what you think about these picks.